Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let me make sure everything's set up correctly. Welcome, everybody. I see Kitty Coo, Sarah, Blonde Bomb, Nurse Janice, Diamond Rainbow. How are you, love? Roxy, how are you? Thank you. Yes, everybody hit that like button. Rhiannon, welcome. Dizzy, Destiny, Greek Lady, how are you, love? Nebby's in the house. Thank you, Pika's in the house. Welcome, everybody. Let those notifications go out. Sarah, how are you? Kitty Coo. Kim is in the house. Dee Dee's here. Welcome. Ninja Kitty, shout out to you. Thank you, thank you. I said I've arrived, but therefore it is a great morning. Not an arson. Kim's like, I have blessed y'all with my presence, but I'm not a narcissist. There's nothing wrong. Shout out to Kim. You make me laugh. I wasn't expecting you to say that. Shout out to you. Pinche Becky's in the house. Hungry Helmet. Linda NYC. Ashley says, I have arrived. Thank you. Canadian Tina, how are you guys? Let those notifications go out because we got some stuff to cover. Blair, how are you? Shout out to you, Bunny Advocate. I have arrived. Do me a favor, y'all. Please support the channel by hitting the like button. Please and thank you. I don't ask for very much. Just hit the like. Thank you. Thank you. Lorraine, how are you? Smooth Steve, how are you doing, love? Shout out to you. Baby K444, shout out to you. Lori, how are you? Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, KL. Good morning. Or good afternoon, depending on where y'all are at. Shout out to you. Okay, who else we have? Fiona, how are you? Shout out to Fiona's in the house. Ada, thank you for being here. Yes, yes, you have arrived. So have I. Sylvia, shout out to Sylvia. Sylvia posted, if you're in the Discord and you're a member, you saw some of the great pictures that Sylvia posted with a well-known social media influencer by the name of Jesus, who I am a fan of. So that was really cool of you, Sylvia, to take. She had the channel sweater on with the influencer. It was really cool, and they were doing pretty good stuff for the fire and to help support people. So thank you, Sylvia. Appreciate it, Sylvia. Thank you for representing. Who else is in the house? Let's see. I said hello, KL. Is it Rock or Roke? Shout out to you for being here. Bombs Becca. Shout out to you, Jill. Thank you for the $2. Thank you, Jill. Shout out to Jill. All right, y'all. We got some stuff to get into, and I'm waiting for those notifications to go out. Sandra, how are you? Kai, how are you? Dizzy Destiny, thank you. Jessica says, I've arrived. Hit the like button. Shout out to everybody. Thank you for arriving. We have some stuff to get into. So I know it's going to be a very interesting live. We had a pretty interesting live yesterday. Shout out to everybody that joined us. So we're going to start with I talked a little bit about this on my vertical live. And I wanted to kind of talk a little bit more about it today because there's more information coming about this situation. So there was a man who was a child star, a former child actor is among the dead in the fires. We're going to start hearing some information about this, and I think it's important to kind of hearing his story is a little bit sad in general because of the fact that I'm wondering how people are being rescued and what is happening. So his name is Rory Sykes, and I talked about this yesterday. His mom gave an interview yesterday, and I need to show you guys what she said. Okay. Rory Sykes, who was blind and had cerebral palsy, passed away in the LA fires, told his mom to leave him so that she could save herself. His mother said all the phone lines were down and they were unable to call 911. He said, Mom, leave me. I couldn't lift him. I couldn't move him. This is what mom said. This is really broke my heart yesterday when we were talking about this in the vertical live because
it was my baby.
Imagine being in a situation as a mom when something like this is happening. I don't think anybody ever wants to be in something like this, but listen to her story, okay?
It was my baby. And he died needlessly.
His mum, Shelly, revealing the litany of letdowns as the Palisades fire approached.
Guess what didn't work? 911. All the phone lines were down.
Rory, who was born blind with cerebral palsy, lived in a self-contained cottage on the property. Embers were raining down. Shelly's hoses ran dry.
He said, "Mom, leave me." And no, Mom can leave the kid. And I've got a broken arm. I couldn't lift him. I couldn't move him. When the fire department brought me back, his cottage was burnt to the ground.
Oh my God.
It was my baby. And he died needlessly.
His mum Shelly revealing the litany of letdowns as the
can't.
Palisades fire approached.
Guess what didn't work?
Whew. I know, it's like terrible. I hate, like, this story is just so horrifying. But she couldn't lift him and she couldn't move him. She had to leave him. So when they got back, the cottage had burned down where he was staying. And there's a lot. I have a feeling that we're going to find out more about what's been happening. And, you know, yeah, this made me sad yesterday. So I was like, let me talk about it this morning. So shout out to everybody that's out there helping. Shout out to everybody like Sylvia, Becky. Hope you guys are doing well. Everybody in Cali. I have a feeling we're going to hear a lot more stories like this. But just being a mom, like, I don't know, like, and I'm sure that there's the amount of handicapped, disabled, homeless individuals out there with this fire. It just seems like so much. Yeah, we're just scratching the surface as it comes to, you know, how many lives we've actually lost. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Yeah, keep this family, you know, in your prayers, positive vibes, whatever you can. And if you're out there, please be careful. You know, a lot of this is not contained right now. I think it's important to share the different things that are happening. I need a balance to these emotions, man. This is hard. Sending her love and prayers. May she feel God's loving arms holding her at this time. Absolutely. It's a lot. And I feel like we're, like Vic was saying, you know, we're only going to hear bits and pieces of this. We're not going to hear the full scope of everything that's happening. And just imagine, I can't even imagine, you know, being in that situation and being a mom is just so difficult in general. So like I said, we're not hearing everything yet. And I also wonder about this, just like we're not hearing about all the arrests that are happening and everything that's happening out there. Shout out to everybody. All right, guys, we got to talk about the curious case of Bam Margera. To switch things up a little bit. So this is airing tomorrow. And I am so excited about it because I really want to know how this is going to go down. Shout out to BJ. I think she's in the chat. Shout out to BJ. BJ's in the chat, y'all. So BJ's all over on the Discovery ID, Investigation Discovery page. Look at BJ. There's BJ. Okay. Shout out to her, looking cute. The Curious Case of Bam Margera expanded season premiere explores former Jackass star Bam Margera controversial legal guardianship. Watch the premiere on Monday. We got the preview here. And look at everybody. I love everybody's in the comments. Like, we love you, BJ. We love you, BJ. We love you, BJ. Yay, the queen, the queen. This is awesome. This is awesome. Now, I do have to say, though, then you got, hold up, y'all. I went a little too far. Girl, I went a little too far. Listen, Linda, okay? The dress is cute. I'll say that. Like, she got a cute dress, but what in the Kathy Bates is going on here? Because the girl's walking with an axe. Look at, like, that's not how you hold an axe. You don't want to hold it like this, because girl, you could really hurt yourself like that. And she's quoted saying, "I definitely think it goes with my dress." Oh my Lord. You watched her video yesterday? Yeah, BJ did a little reaction. I'm so here for it. I know BJ kicked it off for the YouTube docs and reactions. I have all kinds of hold up. Yeah, I watched her video yesterday. The picture of Lima says everything about her. Now, this is my thought. All right, we're going to watch the preview here in a little bit, okay? It premieres tomorrow. And Vic, I really want us to do a watch party on this because I'm so down for the members to do a watch party, okay? What do you think? Let me know. this can't be good. All right. So if they're going to look into like the whole situationship, I do want to know, do they look into Lima the way in which people have been asking for people to look into? Like, girl, do you have a high school diploma? Like, girl, did you graduate from a college? Like, girl, where did you come from? Like, what is the deal? Why is it so hard to find out? Like, that's all we want to know. That's it. That's all. Yay. Thank you, Vic. I know. I hope that's what I want to know. Like, she kind of came out of nowhere with the aura and the program and stuff like that. I mean, this is a really iconic picture because it's like a 2025 picture. You know what I mean? Like, she's receiving 2025 holding an axe. Who are you, girl? Who are you? And what other accessories? You know, is the axe real? I don't know. I just have a lot of thoughts in my mind about this whole situationship. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. Let's get into the preview. You guys can find the preview here. Welcome everybody. All right, so of course I have to stop it so very often because of copyright. We have to be able to give commentary to it. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button, please and thank you. All right, set up, it looks like they were setting up an intervention, right, where everybody's coming through and they got the police there. Basically, if you do this, if you don't do this, this is what's gonna happen. Okay.
I came to tell you guys. My boyfriend.
No, girl, no. You got 20 seconds for you. That's what she said. I mean, literally, I want to know. You have off tomorrow? I haven't been this excited since. Oh, really? I'm excited. I want to see what all of this is about. I really do. You can't wait. You know, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. And hold up. Let me shout out Jen Hack. Thank you for becoming a member. Shout out to you, Jen. Thank you. Thank you. And welcome to the membership. I'm excited. Was she supposed to be like the, what's that one lady, Save My Life? Dr. Phil Ayala Save My Life? That one show where she comes in here and she saves your life type of situation. Not in those pants, girl. Not in those pants. I just can't get over it. Hey, Iron Rabbit, I can't get over it. I'm clowning the outfit too. I thought the dress was cute. All right. Listen, I thought the dress was cute. I didn't care for the axe, but the pants, it's Ayala, right? I don't know, y'all. The pants definitely make a statement. The tinfoil pants, no tinfoil hats, it's the tinfoil. All right, here's Beth. Look, one of the things I'll never forget when I first talked about, because I did maybe 1 or 2 videos on the Britney thing. I never really dug into it too deep. But one of the things that stood out to me was the whole birth control thing. Like, she needed her dad's permission to remove her birth control and whatnot. Jackass. I'm just saying. Like, that's what he said. Christine, welcome, love. Shout out to everybody. That's what he said. He said he's a Britney Spears of Jackass.
The world to know what
Now, this is what I found interesting. This is Lima's sisters. Are they also going to make an appearance on this thing? Because the internet's been asking about their disappearance too. When I saw this, I said, are the sisters also going to make an appearance here? What's going to happen here? We want to know. I'm so here for it. I mean, are they going to talk? Are they going to be interviewed? We're so here for it. We're ready to watch it tomorrow. Yeah, whatever happened to the sisters? That is the question. Whatever happened to what they said in, the body cam footage? Whatever happened with that? We have a lot of questions about that. Now, let me just say, for the record, I do hope that they do right by this whole thing right here, and that they just, like BJ said yesterday, tell the truth about everything, from all sides and all angles, regardless. Like, just tell the truth about what happened and what is going on. Yeah. Are they going to mention Amanda Rabb? That's a great question. Are they going to talk about that? Are they going to get into that? Listen, we're going to review that. We'll probably watch it and then review it on my channel to talk a little bit more about that, because I'm totally here for it. But what do y'all think? Let me know. You said Bam is now free of Lima. He's doing so much better. Pretty sure he's been sober. And the thing about sobriety is this, it takes time for people to get there, especially when they've had long time addiction. It's never just like a conservatorship is never going to fix everything. And it's interesting because, I mean, isn't that even looking into Liam Payne? That's what they try to do to him too. That's what it sounds like based on the information that's been put out there. It doesn't fix everything. Like, it's not like conservatorship or jail. You can't force people into sobriety. It's very hard to do that. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but the success rate should really be measured. TB says, thank you for being a member for 1 month. I hope they tell the truth. I don't trust these things. Yeah, this is from Hot Snakes Media. I told you guys that they reached out to me and I was like, I'm good. I don't want y'all using my shit. Part of it is because I just didn't trust it. I didn't know how they were going to shape like the information and what they were going to say. I'm always very leery about things like this. Yeah, but they did reach out. And I'm assuming it was probably because of this. I didn't know how they were going to shape the documentary. So I was like, no, I'm good. Please. It's an interesting name, right? Like, so I guess it's a one-off. Yeah, who knows how they're going to use the stuff. That's right. That's always been my fear. I did say in the email, I do not consent for you guys to use my stuff because they asked, and they not only did they ask for that, they asked for like what is it? Rights? Something right, not publishing rights. I forgot what the word is, but it's in that email. They asked about all that, and I was like, I thought it took me a while to answer them, and I thought about it, and I was like, nah, because I don't know how they're gonna use it. I don't know. No, Hot Snakes Media didn't do Natalia Grace. I think I don't think that they did. Hold up, I could be wrong. I mean, I know it's all like under this umbrella, Natalia Grace, Hot Snakes Media. Give me 1 sec. Huh, maybe they did. The final chapter. Yeah, maybe they did. I'm not really sure. Yeah, they did. It looks like The Curious Case of Natalia Grace was with the Hot Snakes Media co-founder. But just as Hot Snakes Media co-founder and producer Eric and Shannon Evangelista tuned in to edit the season finale of The Curious Case, here it is. This is the article from it, okay? I don't know, they might have something to do with this. Which kind of made me wonder, like, out of curiosity, what made them want to talk about this specific topic when it came to Bam Margera? Like, who approached them? Was it Lima Jevremovic? Are these people that were was this an organic thing? Yes. Yes. Well, now I do. I thought they did, but I couldn't remember if they did or they didn't. But you didn't know you didn't know there was Hot Snakes? Yes, they did, Natalia. Yes. But I want to know if the approach was organic. You know what I mean? Like, was it like a situationship where they said, we're just gonna do a documentary or a series of Bam Margera and his conservatorship? What made them interested in this? That's what I want to know. You know what I mean? Like, is that going too deep? What made them want to look into this specific thing? Do you know, BJ? Let me know. I have a lot of questions. Where are the twins? That's the question. You gotta be too many times they've twisted things. Yeah, Lorraine, that's why I struggle with. It's not the first time that I've been approached by like a media thing, a media company to use my stuff, and I always kind of wonder, how are they gonna use it? Are they gonna use it to twist shit? Just gotta wonder. TB says, did you know that the CEO of Hot Snakes was at Lima's birthday party with her kid? Oh, the entanglement, right? I wouldn't be surprised. I believe it. I think there's been pictures out there of it, actually. Yeah. I'd be curious to see what's laying on the editing room floor that we're not seeing with Natalia and what the intentions were. Yeah, that fucking Natalia, sorry y'all, I'm cussing, but that Natalia Grace thing was like a trip too. I didn't like it. Isn't Adams 22? Well, now is Mark Leda going to be interviewed? I want to see. Is Mark when I initially heard about this, I thought it was because they wanted to make Lima look in like a better light. You know what I mean? Especially since they know each other and they attend parties with each other. I thought that they wanted to make Lima look in a better light. So what better way to just, make a documentary because they can. But I don't know. I don't trust any of it. I just hope that they do right by it and they tell the truth. Like BJ said, if they're going to be doing documentaries and series, I was not impressed with the 3rd season of Natalia Grace. I'll say that. I know a lot of you guys weren't. We were talking crap about it. It wasn't good. I didn't like it either. So if they have anything to do with Natalia Grace that last 3rd season, what a shit show. That's what I have to say about that. It was a shit show. I don't know, KL, if they're going to interview Mark Leda. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I don't know. We shall see. What do y'all think? We shall see. It's going to be good, though. I'm excited for it. I want to see it. So it drops tomorrow. I don't know what time tomorrow, and I think it takes them like a couple hours for it to like upload. So it'll be on, I think it's on Max. That's where I watched it, HBO Max or Max. If you are a member, we'll see about doing a watch party tomorrow where everybody can watch on the Discord and everybody can engage in the chat. If you're it's only for members only. So in order for you to engage to that, you got to become a member. Memberships are like 99 cents and y'all can engage and watch it there and talk. And, we'll probably review it live because I'm excited about it. I really want to know what is up. I think it's weird to bring your little kid to Lima's birthday pool party, putting your kid in the bathing suit. Well, I think it's weird maybe they're a lot closer, TB, than what we know. I mean, it says a lot about relationships, right? It says a lot about intent. What is this supposed to do? That's what I'm trying to understand. That's what I want to understand. Wait, Sean, what did you see yesterday? Natalia Grace, you saw it on Max? Because this hasn't been released. I don't think it gets released till the 13th. Yeah, Daisy Girl, just make sure you join you're a member, so just join us on the Discord and we'll like set up a streaming room or something. And everybody, engages and stuff like that. Yeah, it's upcoming, so like in a preview. But I'm excited. We'll see what happens, and I'm so here for it. Let me know if y'all gonna watch. Should be interesting. I'm excited. I think just to see where things are at, and hopefully this lady Beth, is it Karis? I wasn't too impressed, I'll say that much, with Natalia Grace. The assessment of a lot of things, but that's just my opinion. What I want to know is, are they going to talk about the twins? That's going to be interesting. That's how I feel. Yes, everybody hit that like button. So shout out to BJ. She was in the chat. Make sure you guys check out her video because she did a little review reaction to it. And, we were here for it. And she asked a question that kind of made me wonder too. I'll never forget when BJ put out that call for like the little document and some awareness to everybody and a bunch of creators. And I responded to that. What happened to all the other creators that talked about this whole situation with Lima and everybody? What happened to their videos? Like they just disappeared. What happened to them? There was a lot of creators that made videos looking into this whole situationship, and they all disappeared. I will say, though, baby K44, there were a lot of emails. Hell, I still have a lot of emails where they're just weird emails. That's what I'm going to say about that. And I do, maybe people got threatened. I'm not really sure. But there was a lot of videos. There was one specific guy, I think his name was like the Recovery Podcast or something like that. And the only reason why I remember him is because he's the only one that talked about how Mark Leda was like the top paying Apple photographer or whatever. Like he was a top guy, and then he like freaking what happened to his videos? Yeah, Sober Thoughts, wasn't it? Diamond Rainbow. Do you remember his videos? Because I thought his videos were very insightful. I was like, oh, this is good, and then they're gone. It was like a recovering addict. Yeah, like I don't even know if his channel's still around. Yeah, and by the way, Discord is a free app. So if you're a member of the channel, it's a free app. I'm going to put the link in the community wall for membership, and y'all can hit that. It's a free app, though. Yeah, they're not making videos anymore, so what happened to him? It's weird. I don't know. Maybe he disappeared. It was like Sober Thoughts or something like that. And then he did like a breakdown, because that's how I learned about Mark Leda being like the top Apple person, paying employee or whatever. And one day he's just gone. Like he was completely gone. And he would edit videos and stuff like that. It's just his commentary was very insightful. And then he was gone. What happened to him? He was one that I watched, and then there was another one that I watched, and I think there were like at least 4 people that I remember that just fucking disappeared. I was like, huh. I don't know, girl. I don't know. I hope they're well. Shout out to them. Maybe it was threats, but hell, it is what it is. That was interesting. But here we are. So shout out to us. So it's weird how that happened. And then we talked about Mark Leda too, and I wonder about that. Hope Rebecca's doing well too, but I've seen some videos here and there that have been concerning. Actually, every Mark Leda video has always been concerning to me, but that's just my opinion. It is what it is. Mark Leda put a video with Rebecca a short while ago where he says he's going to give up on getting her help because he was really trying to force it. Yeah. Can't force people. Can't force people to engage. Can't lock people up. Can't make people sign their rights away. Can't do that. It's not going to be successful. Just isn't. I wish people would do more research about how, if you're in a conservatorship, the success rate of sober living or being sober and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't think, no, she probably isn't, Elsa, because BJ doesn't do Discord. Discord, let me tell you, shout out to us. But yeah, BJ doesn't do a Discord. Our Discord has been attacked. Our Discord people have talked a lot of shit about Discord, and we run a really tight ship on Discord, but shit does happen on Discord, and a lot of attacks against BJ happen there too. So I don't blame her for not being active. So I would stay away if I was her too. I wouldn't blame her whatsoever. Either way, she will not be there yet. The only good thing about Mark is that it led me to find BJ and Rabbit. Oh, well, thank you. It's really, I still don't understand how Discord works. But Christine, so anyway, if you're a member, I'm gonna post a link in the description box, not in the description box, I'm sorry, in the membership community wall. You hit it and just follow instructions. That's what you're gonna do. That's all we could do, BJs. We run a tight ship. Shout out to Vic, because Vic is the one that's like, Vic and my mods, they will execute, remove, dismiss, bless the crazy that happens, and that's what they have to do. It's been drama free. Every once in a while we have some shit go down, but we have rules, and we run a pretty tight shift, but we do it because we have to, because stuff does happen in Discord and shit happens, but we don't want to do anything to mess up our little Discord, because it's been pretty good for the last 2 years. Anyways, guys, shout out to everybody. Make sure you guys check it out. We'll be reviewing it probably tomorrow if it's available tomorrow on Max, and hopefully watching it on Discord. I'll decide on a time. Like Vic, if we can decide on, I don't know if you're available, but whatever time works for Vic, so that we could all do it together, that'd be amazing. It's gonna be good. I'm excited, and that chat is always litty on the Discord. We could do different things there, so I'm excited. All right, we got to move on, because I got to tell you guys what happened with Ali Carter. yesterday. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I gotta tell you guys what happened with Allie Carter yesterday, okay? Oh my God. And Storm AF, thank you for I felt like you were already a member, love. You might have just renewed your membership. Hoo-wee. This is intense, okay? A very intense situation happened yesterday with Allie Carter. Now, for those that don't know, who is Allie Carter? What happened exactly? Let me just say that Allie Carter's family has come forward. Her biological mom came forward and basically made some really interesting allegations against Allie Carter's adoptive mom, Shelly. Allie Carter is an adult, right? She is 30 years old, okay? My understanding time, I think her birthday was like in 96 or something like that. And she is Baby K. Thank you for becoming a member. Shout out to you, Baby K. Her mom came forward and made some really interesting allegations, discredit all the things that Allie Carter has said on the internet about being Tupac's daughter, about some of the things that she has said about, I guess, having encountered the Obamas, Michelle Obama, Joe Biden, like the trafficking, the abuse, the stuff that she's put out there. She's kind of come out and discredit her a lot. Okay. Well, yesterday, Allie Carter's sister, Keisha White, came forward. Okay. Keisha White went into the official King Paints channel and did an interview and basically said, listen, not only is Allie Carter lying, but my mama's a liar too. Basically put all this out here and said that everybody was lying and, that there was a level of abuse that she has went through. That's what she said. At the hands of her mother, that her mother, they don't have a really good relationship. I suggest y'all watch this interview because it was very insightful. It's bad. I will say that I personally feel like Allie Carter has been used for a lot of things. I do feel like there is a level of that she's been victimized. And even now that she might still be being used one way or another. But at the end of the day, Allie Carter is a grown woman. And if she wants to stay in the situation that she's staying in, that is completely up to her. Nobody can save her from that, right? That being said, though, is all this stuff that she has said, I wonder, and I feel like it's probably been fueled by Shelly Carter, who, in my opinion, is the abuser in this situation. It's her handler. I don't believe in good faith because I know that there's a lot of saviors out there with savior complex who say, this is what I'm sorry, y'all. It's just not it. Okay. When Keisha White, when she spoke and said what she said, not only about her mother, but about Allie, she really did it for me. And I felt like she was being very honest, in my opinion, about what the childhood and the household looked like. So I don't believe that Allie Carter says who she says she is. Okay. I believe that she's been heavily influenced by Shelly. I believe that the reason why they're on the run so very often is because that's the life that they're choosing to live. I don't know what they're running from exactly. People have said, well, they're running from traffickers. They're coming after her. Y'all, the allegations that have been put out there that she said between the Obamas, all these people, all these celebrities, like, sit back and examine what's being said. And not one receipt has been put out there to support anything. Nothing. There's a lot of things that have been said that don't make sense. There's a lot of contradictions based on word of mouth. And if, listen, one or two contradictions in a mouth, I can't be bullied. I can't be lending anybody heart, you know what I mean, or my mind to something like this if it just doesn't make sense, y'all. And Pika, thank you for being a member for freaking 22 months, love. Thank you, thank you. She says, hit the like button. Thank you, Pika. Stasia, thank you for being a member. Love your content and sticking to the facts. Thank you, Stasia, a member for 3 months. Let me see what y'all are saying, okay? Shelly is definitely a perpetrator and has brainwashed her. I guarantee Shelly has victims. I hope Shelly is not a foster parent currently. Let me say this much. Shelly is scary to me. I worked in social services for 10 years, okay? And let me tell you, Shelly has, I'm going to say this. I've seen it way too many times where somebody in a position of trust becomes too much of a savior to the child or to the person that they're taking care of. She's not a child anymore. She's choosing to be there, okay? I'll give you that. But she's positioned herself to be the only person, and maybe she has been, right? Because based on how mom has expressed herself out of her own mouth on Allie, it's not very nice. And to me, it's like, at the age of 21, you're no longer a runaway. You're choosing to be gone. And if you're choosing to be in the streets doing God knows what, that's on you, right? But it makes me wonder if because Shelly has been this role model, present person in her life, because that's what it looks like it has been, that's all she knows at this moment. She doesn't really depend on her mother like that. It wouldn't surprise me. But it's so weird, in my opinion, that she has positioned herself to be in the situation where she has been, okay? Like, Allie should be having other outlets besides Shelly, unless there's something else going on and we don't even know. That attachment doesn't look very good. It doesn't give mother attachment. Sorry, just doesn't. Have you asked experts who work with these girls and boys? These are very advanced criminal organizations. What are advanced criminal organizations, Joseph? And did she provide some receipts, videos of being pulled over by cops? Also, the whole glue thing, a brand that sounded like 86 million or something. You got to watch more. And did she provide some receipts? She provided photos, Joseph. When Allie Carter said that there were no baby photos of her or any photos of her, the mom is not lying about being at least her mother, right? Allie's not being, I don't believe half of the things that Allie is saying at this point. I'm sorry. And her sister is also saying the same, that Allie is not being honest. We're allowed to make that opinion. Have you asked for receipts? Her riding in a car for every live that she does with Shelly is more concerning to me than anything else. I don't think Shelly's heart is in the right place. And honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if there's more to this. She has these videos of her where she's literally kneeling and having like what looks to be reactions of something. Can you guys tell me why this 30-year-old woman still looks like she's 14? Anybody ask yourself that? Like, look at her. She looks like she's 14. She's infantilized her. I think that's the word we've used before. Why does she look? I'm sorry, y'all. I looked at her face. I said, why does Allie Carter look like she's still 14? And why is she being treated like a child when she's not? Tony, thank you for being a member for 6 months. I love your coverage. Honestly, be strong, and we're here to support you. Thank you, Tony. I love you. H, thank you for becoming a member. I'm asking y'all a question. Y'all ever look at her? Look at how she dresses. Look at how she acts. She still looks very childlike to me. Yes, Wendy, that word. Thank you, love. If you look at her, it looks very much like she just looks like a child. Who is she being harassed and stalked by? She is not the only person here who has come on the internet and has been running away and has been seen in a car. I've seen this more than once. And then they have this like interesting story to tell, but nothing to back it up. My gut has never let me down in my 40 years or something. My gut tells me something is off about the situation. It is off. Brainwashing is real. And if she's had the role of savior since this woman was a child, she may not be there. Thank you, Lorraine. That's what I'm saying. She may not be there at her will. There is something literally wrong. Okay? There's something wrong in that. Like my gut is telling me both can be true. The system could have failed her and she could still be dishonest and still be taken advantage of, period. Thank you, baby K. That's my thought. I had no idea she's not in her 20s. Because when I look at her, I'm sorry, like I look at her photos and they kind of make her look like she is a child, like she's still 14. She's not. Some of her like reactions and stuff like that, I feel like are even heavily played in the camera. It's not normal. I thought it was strange that Ali claimed that Denzel Washington was going to be arrested. Then Denzel gets the Medal of Peace. And he could still be an abuser. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. He could still be Denzel Washington. All these people could be bad people. Somebody said in my comments, she predicted the fires. She wasn't wrong about that. Walter Mercado predicted the fires. Sylvia Brown predicted the fucking things. Like, so? People can predict shit all the time. It doesn't mean that they're like y'all. It's a disaster, sometimes man-made, that happens. Come on now. Come on, like don't fall for that one. I'm just saying, like, listen, stop it. Okay? Like we got to be able to expand our knowledge a little bit more than just saying she predicted this, therefore it happened. Okay. I like listening to Sloan and what she says, but do I believe everything that she says? No. No. Okay, like I don't. It's just interesting, cool to listen to, but I don't believe everything. AA Craft, thank you for becoming a member. Shout out to you. People need to ask themselves, if Shelly was a man, would they feel the same way about her being adopted? Ooh, that's a good point. That's a good point. If Shelly was a man, would they feel the same way? They would be saying something different. Why Forcom? Thank you for that. What I mean is the very advanced organizations. These are purported vast criminal networks. I don't personally know the names of them, but experts in the field could advise on the proof to ask for. Okay, well, all right, Joseph. But that is a good point. Let's talk about that. If Shelly was a man, you know that this would be different. This would be a situationship where, oh my God, her father adopted her and her adopted father is brainwashing her. This don't look right. Woody Allen. What did Woody Allen do to his adoptive daughter? People don't talk about that, do they? Huh? What did Woody Allen do to his adoptive daughter? People don't talk about that. I wish people would talk more about that because that shit is crazy to me. It does happen. It happens. People get groomed. People get put in situations. Yeah, he married her. Okay? Thank you. He married one of them and abused another. Yeah. They said that Mia Farrow was fucking crazy. No, she wasn't. She was in her every right to feel the way that she did. Yes, Rabbit, you see that Ali and Shelly dropped a response. I did. And to me, it's a lot of conjecture. It's a lot of nothing. I'm gonna tell you, I don't drag. I don't feel bad. Like I feel bad for Ali because I feel like she's being victimized here. Okay. and that she has been by this woman who I hope to God does not have any more foster kids around her. Because if she does, somebody needs to say something about that. As somebody that worked in social services for 10 years, if any red flag like that, any type of like boundary situationship, that shit would have been reported, okay, immediately and expeditiously. It is not rare that somebody in a position of power and trust violates that. How many counselors, priests, social workers, people of trust have violated children, vulnerable children? Okay, guys, it happens. Mary Kay Letourneau, who is now dead, married her third, fourth, second grade child that she was teaching, right? Billy Falau, y'all remember that? Billy Falau, who's now my age, older than me, was never the same. Fucked up. Even though he wanted to be with that woman as an adult, he was never the same. And he's talked about that. Mary Kay is dead now. She died of cancer a couple years ago, but she's been interviewed about this. People in position of trust, you don't get to do that. So for me, this is a very weird and interesting. It is not a mother-daughter relationship, because a mother would never put out a social media video out there showing Allie Carter having a meltdown of any sorts whatsoever. It's off. If y'all don't want to call that shit, I will. Okay? As somebody who worked in the field, I will. Something's off. And that girl needs to get help. She really does. That woman, because she's not a child anymore, but she's choosing to be in that situation. She's choosing to be there. There's something off about this. And guess what? Somebody could really get hurt. Okay? Ask yourself more questions. She's 30 years old. Every time I look at an Allie Carter video and I look at her face, and I'm sorry, y'all, she looks like she's 14. Is that on purpose? I want to know. It's off. It's off. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. It's very off. So, official campaign interviews Keisha White, right? She's the sister. And she says different things here that I thought were, to me, seem more of like a real honest review of what's happened, right? To me, I don't think that LaRonda Outlaw, I think that's her name, I don't think that she's she's struggled. That's what I'll say. I don't know her mothering. I don't know her personally, but to me, it sounds very off. It sounds like she's set in her ways. When she said some stuff that I was like, yo, your daughter's saying that she's going to off herself. You don't care. You said some pretty interesting things here that makes me feel like you haven't taken accountability for the things that you've done in your child's life. I'm sorry, Miss Outlaw needs to take some accountability. And it sounds like this is why they ran away when they were younger. It sounds like they might have been a really strict home. I get that. Like, I came from a strict home, and she tried to lay the law in certain areas. And sometimes it was a little too much. And there might have been not a lot of understanding or compassion. And so this is why they hold a lot of resentment towards her right now. If her daughter has been, she said, mom said it, bio mom said it, she's been on the run since she was like 16, 15 or whatever, right? And she's now 30. Why now is bio mom trying to connect with Allie Carter? Is it because of the things that she's saying online? Potentially. Maybe she feels like people are like, disparaging her character, and she doesn't want any of that. That could very well be the case. But at the end of the day, your daughter's not on the run. Your daughter's 30 years old. She's choosing to be gone. And she's in a very highly controlled situation by this woman by the name of Shelly Carter, who apparently has 1,000 aliases too. People need to look into that as well, because I'm like, this don't sound right. And I do wonder about her other prior foster kids, what they have to say about that. People need to look into that. It's interesting to me that somebody who was a foster parent suddenly does a 360 and is completely against the foster care system and all this other stuff. What happened? Did they let her go? Did they say, we're not going to send you any more kids because we're worried about what you're doing to the kids? Listen, the foster care system is pretty fucked up. Trust me, I know. Okay. It's not perfect. Okay. But it's a necessary situation at times because people don't want to take care of their kids. It does happen because people's kids do get abused. So you need to find a balance in this. It would be great if people came together and said, fuck it, we're going to raise these kids and it's going to take a village to raise everybody. But it's the truth, right? There's not enough foster homes. But I have to wonder, what did it look like for the other foster kids? And why does she have a gazillion aliases? And why did she do a 360 on suddenly we are truthers and we are this and we are anti this? And the she said that Michelle Obama was a man. She said a bunch of things, and I was like, girl, no, like what? Because you can't run that rhetoric and also be a foster parent. Y'all do realize that. Like, people would be saying something about you. Saving the children should be a focus. Okay, what child did she save? Who did she save? Let me know. Who did she save? Your virtual marches, is that saving the children? So do you guys walk while the virtual marches are happening? Now I'm getting, let me ask you, I'm gonna push back a bit. All right. And shout out to everybody. If y'all support this, that's fine. But I do want to know, what is a virtual march when it comes to saving the children? Do you mean I sit on my computer and I show you a bunch of pictures of missing kids? Let me know. Is that a virtual march? And I tell you who's missing? What is it? I'm serious. Because that's what people are doing. That's saving the kids? Are you kidding me? What's a virtual march? I'm asking y'all. The creator out there who put that out there, he said, we're doing a virtual march and we're saving the children. How are you saving the children by sitting on your ass online doing that? I just want to know. I want to know, because I could do that too, you know? That's not a virtual march. What is that? What is that? I want to know. But how many kids has she saved? So because she's a foster parent, she saved children? What happened to those kids that she fostered? That's what I want to know. Bueller? Where did SC go? I really want to know. Nobody can come up with the thing. Come on now. Is it a monetized virtual march too? Let me know. Oh, fuck. Tell me what kid she saved. I didn't see your question. You said you want to keep it on the children. I'm trying to figure out where I might have missed your question. What was your question? I didn't see it. What are you doing? What am I doing? Not a virtual march, that's for sure. Is that your question? You probably don't know a lot about me, and that's okay. But shout out to you. I'm not doing a virtual march, and I'm also not pushing somebody's agenda when I can clearly see that a woman that she's with, that Allie Carter is not okay. She's not doing well. I'm not going to push somebody's agenda when you could tell that that woman is not okay. She's not. Her being in a car driving all over the place, what's going on? Let me know. Yeah, I want to know, Shelly, is that you? What are you doing? I'm not doing a virtual march, that's for sure. Somebody tagged me, and let me bring some shit up. Hold up. And no shade, right? Because it is what it is. Y'all support whoever you want to. This is not to drag Allie Carter. I really do feel like she's a victim, but I feel like she's being used. And y'all, people are not seeing it. Some folks are. Some folks have woken up to see this, but I don't know what it is. You could see that there's more control to this situation that's happening. Okay? Let me show you guys something. Somebody went to Twitter and said to me, at Down the Rabbit Hole News, is King World the content creator you were referring to who has Allie Carter's real mom on with all the baby pics? Not sure. Just thought if you might want to see this, because if so, he's a fraud. If not, then sorry, carry on. So, and I guess this creator, is it Tresmos, whatever the fuck his name is. I don't know him, but, and no shade, I just don't know his name. So the fact that this man has a mugshot, which is like, that's an ad hominem argument that doesn't matter. The point is that the mother came to his platform and spoke, just like the sister came to the other platform and spoke, and they gave their piece. I don't give a shit that this man has it. That's got nothing to do with anything. Okay. Welcome to YouTube. A lot of fucking people got mugshots. I don't, but a lot of people do. When it's very hard for people with a criminal record to get a job, and they actually do find some success on YouTube. So for me, I'm not going to like drag a creator, because I mean, at the very least, he brought the mom out. Shout out to him for doing that. Right? What's wrong with that? So somehow his mugshot is going to answer the situation with Allie Carter. A lot of fucking people have mugshots. Girl, like, stop it. Okay? That doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean that he's a bad person. He's just got a mugshot. Okay? A lot of people do. Welcome to YouTube. They signed me up for a fight I never asked for. I accepted. And they're still going. I don't know what you're talking about, Patrick Neal. Oh, is it? I just hope she doesn't have any more foster kids around her. Honestly, and they really do need to go interview her foster children if she doesn't anymore, because I wouldn't be surprised. In my opinion, you're not doing right by this situation. Like, you're doing too much, and people may not see that because they have this like savior complex situation, and that happens a lot. But some of us have like a BS radar, and we could see right through that. You're using that girl. Yes, you are. You're using that girl, and she needs help. Okay? Thank you, SC. And I'm going to sit right here and tell you, you're using that girl while you're over there doing your virtual marches. Pinche Becky, thank you so much for the 5 memberships. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't even think of it. I'm just saying, and this is not to start, a beef with anybody whatsoever. I'm just stating the obvious. I'm stating the obvious. All right. Shout out to the creators that are exposing this, because it needs to be exposed. Just to start with one lie, Tupac is not dad. There are pics of Tori and real dad. Yes, they are. Then Russia, by Tori's own timeline, she never been in Russia. Yeah, she kept talking about the Russia or the Russian or something. She wasn't with Will Smith at Grammys. Wasn't with Jay-Z at videos. What else? What else? Thank you, Janny. Oh, y'all, she wanted to, y'all are funny. I'm 48 and letting my teen color. Oh, shout out to you. You got to show me how it looks, Sunflower. Shout out to you. It's messy, but like, let's just state the obvious. Let's call it for what it is. It's not right. There's a lot more to this, and we see through the bullshit. And yeah, that's what I feel like is happening. But that's just me, though. I'm a content creator, and I'm allowed to call it out. If it was about saving the kids, they wouldn't be fighting on YouTube. Just saying, period. That's it. No, I'm serious. So when they said we're holding a virtual march, I was like, what does that mean? Let me know, y'all. Like, I'm asking a question. What is a virtual? Y'all sitting there and showing pictures of missing kids. I've done that before. What kids have you saved? You mean the kids that you used to foster in your foster home? Have we interviewed those kids? Has there been any investigations or anything like that? Like, I would like to see what other providers and or the actual agency that she had contracts with would have to say about this. And a lot of this isn't for public record, but because I'm a social worker, I know that this is shit we could pull. I have seen people that overdo their boundaries doing the most. They get looked into. They get investigated. There's more to this. But the thing is that she's 30. She's not 14. So I do wonder about anybody else in there. I just feel like people are being taken advantage of. You know what I mean? And she's one of them. She's one of them. And for those that have said, well, she's not asking for cash apps. Yeah, clout is a powerful drug too. Having an army, which, by the way, every time I talk about this topic, I got these army people in my chat threatening me or saying some stupid bullshit. And then I have to tell you, sit down or get blocked generationally. Chrissy, thank you for being a member for 12 months. It's giving, is it Elisa Blue vibes? I've never heard of Elisa Blue. I'll have to look into it. Chrissy, thank you for renewing your membership, by the way. Thank you. It needs to be investigated. I mean, more people ask questions and people get so defensive. It's the red flags. Why can't I ask a question? Right? Isn't that what the issue is? Why can't we ask a question? I believe that she was trafficked. I can believe that, especially given the timeline where she was running away from her family home to kind of like what's been put out there. She was likely trafficked. She's likely been hurt by a lot of people, by a lot of bad people. I can believe that because kids that run away tend to encounter that. It does happen. But to say that, it's not happening currently and she hasn't had a good relationship with her mother, and I'm pretty sure her mother hasn't helped in that, because you could tell, because she wouldn't be expressing herself that way of her child. Like, you just wouldn't. And why come out now when she's been doing this, going on social media and lying for the past 5 years? Why now? It's because it's hit bigger platforms. There is a political agenda behind too. Shelly, are you like pushing a political agenda? Because I see that you're like specifically putting a lot of crazy shit out there. Not to say that the Democrats and the Republicans are a crazy bunch, but look at who they're attacking. So I'm like, I have to wonder about you, because they don't be saying shit about the other side, but they say shit about this other side. And you acting like one side is better than the other, when we know that that's not the case, because this fucking country is fucked, right? So let's not pretend that you got it all figured out, because we don't. Persephone, thank you for being a member for 10 months. Thank you. I'm just saying, like, the obvious, okay? You mean to tell me that, the Obamas, it's Obamas and Joe Biden's and all these people on this side, but you're not talking about the red. You're not talking about that side. So I know that a lot of this shit is coming from Shelly and her political agenda. So I'm not stupid. A lot of us see some of this, period. Thank you. She says, do some research on MK Ultra. Nicole, did your research come from Shelly too? When she was fostering those kids, were they also under MK Ultra? Or like, what happened? Why was Ali so special? I want to know. Oh my goodness, girl. I'm saying, I mean, all the political sides. I'm just pay attention to who she attacks and why they're that's not from Ali. That's from Shelly. Okay? That's from Shelly. Pay attention who she attacks. All right? And then what about the Panthers? What did the Panthers do? I didn't understand that part. Listen. Pay attention. Yes, Christy. Apparently she fostered a lot of kids. You know what I mean? It's crazy because when you actually listen to her allegations, listen to what she says, and it makes you wonder, well, wait a minute. You mean to tell me they don't got perpetrators on the Republican side like they do on the Democrat? They're all perpetrators. Do politicians not have sex? I want to know. Are they not perverts? Like, what's like one side is and one side isn't? Shelly, you really know how to push that agenda, girl. You got an agenda. It's very weird, but you do. You do. And you're very clear about it too. I'm just saying. And so I have to point that out. Thank you. And what about the other kids? Why didn't they? Thank you. How come she's not a savior to the other kids? And where are the other kids that she's saving? Who has she saved? Because when I go to her website, it is literally just Allie Carter. Nobody's giving testimonies, writings, and some stuff in there that I'm just like, who said? Why is this being said? Why is it being said the way that it's being said? You know what she's giving? Oh, I know I'm going to get in trouble for saying this shit, but I'm going to say it anyways. You know who she reminds me of? What's Ruby Frankie's partner? Jody? She's giving Jody Hildebrand. That's what she's giving. She's giving me Jody Hildebrand vibes, right? Very religious, very like a certain way, wanted to get in between of shit. It's giving Jody. It really is. Thank you, Joe. Pay attention. She was giving me Jody vibes, honestly. Allie, I hope you get yourself out of there because she's giving Jody vibes. Allie has said that she's 29, 30 years old in previous lives a few months back. If you watch her previous older videos, she has shown documents showing her real name is Tori Outlaw. Thank you. She really is. She's literally there all the time with her. Girl, blink twice if you're okay. Because she's telling you clearly have some issues going on, right? Like, no, she does. But this woman is probably not helping her situation and making her more paranoid. Blink twice. Isn't that what Ruby said? That she was going through a lot of paranoia, very hyper religious, very hyper MK Ultra, very hyper, oh my God, they're coming after you. Girl, they're coming after you. We got to run. Who's lighting that for her? Somebody's lighting that for her. That's weird. In a cult, that would be the biggest red fucking flag, right? I understand MK Ultra, but why is this lady igniting it the way that she is? Who the fuck is she running from? Ask yourselves. And let me tell you, if she had been through the shit that she says she has been through, violated by all these people, she's alive to tell it, there would be a hit on her. It doesn't make sense. Pinche Becky, again, thank you for blessing me. Shout out to Pinche Becky. Oh my God, Pinche Becky, you are doing the most. Shout out to Pinche Becky. Thank you. Very, very much espionage. But I think that Shelly Carter, aka Jody Hildebrand, plays on her emotions. Y'all, look it up. Look at how Jody was doing, and look at Shelly. Look how they're like right there. I'm sorry. Thank you. It is one thing to be connected to God, but to use religion to control their abuse, or MK Ultra, to use the MK Ultra theory to push on a person, this is going to happen to you. You think that doesn't play on people's mental health and emotions? That's abusive too. I pray that we find out the truth about Allie and that she remains safe. Yeah, that lady is not safe, y'all. It's not, but hey, that's just my opinion. I'm just a little person on the internet. So y'all believe whatever you want to believe. I'm just saying. Thank you. But you still have no proof of your own. No, she doesn't. But, I'm telling you, you could put a picture side by side, and maybe I'll do that. I'm going to put a picture of Jody and Shelly. Y'all going to see the similarities, and then y'all can put in the community wall what the similarities are of those two women. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do, because people like this, they're like that. They are like that. There's a lot of similarities there. Just pay attention. Control. She knows everything. She's the only one that can stop her anxiety. Jesus. She's controlling everything for her. This don't sound right. This doesn't sound safe. And you guys are watching this woman. Just letting you know. Shout out to the creators. Shout out to the creators that are exposing it, whichever side, whoever said what. But I mean, there's a lot of good creators out there. Shout out to them for exposing the truth on this matter. Because as an outsider, as somebody that worked in social services for 10 years, I could definitely tell you that there's some shit going on there. Yeah. Yes. Yes, because I think I got hot. I'm sorry. And for those that support it, hey, man, support whoever the hell you want to. This is not a cult. Do what you got to do. Support it. I'm not going to tell you different. You'll learn on your own. Okay. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I got to go, y'all. I got to eat. I feel like my sinuses are a little bit crazy right now, so I got to go do something with my sinuses. Is there a financial incentive? Does Allie get disability? You know, it wouldn't surprise me. Nothing surprises me. And even if she doesn't, clout is an incentive. You know what I mean? People need to understand that clout is also a very powerful drug. Okay. There's a high from that. This is social media. Subscribers, memberships, clout, followers, trauma porn. The trauma is just so much. La novela, I gotta see it. Who's going here? Who's attacking who? It's all plays into the entertainment part. If y'all really cared about kids, you wouldn't be doing it this way. If you really want to save kids, you wouldn't be doing it this way. That's the reality. Good luck with your virtual marches. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys. Bye.